Vostro 200 motherboard, the OEM heatsink. Closest to the camera is the top of the case. The two posts that are, integrated or part of the heatsink assembly go toward the rear of the camera, or what would be the bottom of the case. And then these two loose, springy pins would be closest to the top of the case. Clearly, screwing these in would, cause downward pressure or keep the heatsink tight against the processor. But these two, they don't go in from the top. They don't fit into that hole based on that black plug there at the bottom. So that all that remains is for them to go up into the heatsink assembly from below. And I seem to remember removing it that way. So, here it is, just hand tight into the motherboard, and obviously you can't screw it in any further. I mean, those threads are, it's a finite number of threads there. So what is it exactly that holds the processor down when the silly thing just slips right on there and is loose? So if the two furthest from the camera are secured to the main board, what I'm experiencing is the heatsink assembly being secure at the far end and then just bouncing, not remaining tight up against the processor, because it's just floating loose on these two pins here. So the far end secured to the board, and then this end just kind of bounce. It wiggles way too much, and the face of the heatsink is definitely not tight up against the processor. And of course, what's the point then? So how am I putting this on wrong? What is the correct way? And what the hell do those two loose pin screws, how do they apply any downward pressure to the heatsink assembly to keep it flush against the processor? Thanks again for your help, and I hope you can explain it to me. Thank you.